Hello, welcome to 20 Questions. This is your host, Kyle. A team of three guys will be asking me 20 questions, and they'll be trying to figure out a game that I am thinking about. The team is made up of Dan,
Hello?
Nick,
Hi.
and Chase.
Hello.
Okay, guys, I have my game, so you can go ahead and start asking questions.
Yeah, let's see if we can do better than last time when we had.
Yeah, Dan, make us less awful.
We gotta discuss
Dan,
things.
make us
moron
less
going
awful,
on
please.
over there. Okay, we could start with one of the two classics that we normally start with, either published by Nintendo or released post 2000. Which one would you rather?
We could start really differently and ask if it's SSX tricky.
We could also start by asking, is it?
If you're watching the episodes in reverse order, that's a spoiler.
We could also start by asking, is it predominantly single player or predominantly multiplayer? Because that was also a pretty good starter.
No, let's cut out the words predominantly because I feel that allows for people to mess with you. Let's make it more specific.
Should we hit the classic of, was it pre 2000?
Yeah, we may as well.
Go ahead.
Did it release pre 2000?
No.
Nope.
Post
After
2000.
Okay.
Post 2000. So that's within my area, so I should be okay for this one. Okay.
Yeah. I should be better.
Do we want to ask if it's Nintendo or do we want to ask if it's multi-platform?
Nintendo's probably a good place to start.
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay, so we want to ask if it's
was it published by
Okay,
Nintendo?
so
No.
not published.
Not published by Nintendo. Okay, so we know that it's not a Nintendo game, and it's fairly recent within the last 15 years. So that gives us a decent starting point, I think.
Yeah.
Where to go from there?
So we
Yes.
I think now we want to narrow down the system a
Yeah,
little bit further, so we probably could afford one more question.
What we
that's
could
like,
do is ask if it's part of the Wii, PS3, 360 generation, because that's a big chunk of that time period.
Yes.
Sure is.
I think that's a good.
Everyone okay with that?
Yep.
Is it part of the Wii,
Yeah.
360, PS3 generation?
No.
Okay.
not
Not that generation.
not next gen. And I'm like, wait,
So that
no,
means
that's-
it's either
I was gonna say that.
it's GameCube, PS2, or that lot, or it could be a Wii U, PS4, 360. I'm thinking it's probably not Wii U,
I would
the
probably
one
agree
or
with you.
one or PS4, just because who's going to choose a very recent game?
I don't know. Someone tricky.
Yeah,
sort of-
I think it's probably a. I think it's probably. I think we should ask if it's a part of that generation, of the GameCube generation. But I think it's safer to assume that probably is.
I think I'm okay assuming that. And if we want to later on, we could ask it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to think of games that Kyle likes, because it could be Metal Gear, and that's
We could.
Metal Gear or
we could do
Resident Evil.
Western developer or Eastern developer.
Yeah, that is a very
yeah,
good
that's
one.
a
Is
good
it
question.
by a Western developer.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so it's Western.
Okay, so it is a Western dev. It's not part of the 360
Does that
Wii.
that rules out
blah blah.
Konami?
Not published
right?
by
So it's not Metal
Nintendo.
Gear.
Yeah.
That also.
What? How? Yes.
What about
Sorry,
Resident
you're right.
Evil? That's Capcom.
I was reversing Western dev in my head. The answer to it.
So
Okay,
and it's not Resident Evil either, because that's Capcom, right? And they're Japanese. Or am I
Yeah.
being an idiot?
No, Resident Evil's Capcom.
No, you're not being tricky.
Now,
It's never going to drop, is it?
before I chose
No, we're gonna keep using it.
before I chose my game, I was thinking about doing Resident Evil 3, so that was one of my choices.
Okay, so we know it's not Resident Evil 3.
Okay, we need to double down on the genre guesses here. So we need just to pick a common Western genre and
So
just
shooters?
go from there. If it's not right.
Is it a shooter?
So we
It's a
could
good one.
yeah
or
just ask it
Do
as well.
you... Yeah. Drop my pen.
We could
Do
ask,
you-
does the main character use a gun?
That was what I was going to say. Does the main
Yeah.
character use a gun?
Does the main character use a gun?
That's a tough question.
Is it? Whether exclusively or at any point in the game, do they
They
wield
do
a
wield
gun?
I feel like that's not. Okay, so
There are
there's a
guns
gun
in it.
Although I wish we had just simply asked, is it a first-person shooter? Because most Western
now we can
games
ask
with guns
that.
will
Or a
be
third-person shooter, or an
What?
action-adventure sort of thing.
that. Well, no, now he's made it sound like maybe it's definitely not a first-person shooter, I guess.
Yeah.
because
So it's a
you
non-first-person
wouldn't say-
shooter with
Yeah,
guns.
it kinda has a
Yeah,
gun.
it could be.
So it's a non-first-person
I
shooter.
don't know,
with
like
guns.
a
It could be
Crash
third-person
Bandicoot
shooter.
game where he has a chicken gun or something at some point. I don't know. I don't know
Buy a
anything about
Western?
Crash Bandicoot, but
I don't either.
it could be. It could be a portal gun. He could be confused as to whether or not that counts.
Main character uses guns sometimes,
Um,
suiting the mood.
I figure we should probably not focus too much on that.
Well,
one,
wasn't
'cause
Portal on Xbox 360?
Oh yeah.
Or was that just on
Port-
Xbox?
No, Portal 1 was. I wouldn't say it was that generation because I'm pretty sure Portal 1 came out before that.
No, it definitely was like
okay.
2007 or 2008.
One of the questions.
I don't know. Portal 2 was on Xbox 360.
One of the questions you asked, you didn't really think about like how you're asking it. Like,
Right.
I don't know. And the way I answered it would be a pretty big clue.
Okay, we're turning into the sequel to Team Genius here. If this was Nintendo, it'd be so much easier. This is why no one
Yeah.
likes Nintendo games, because we could just be like, is it Mario? Okay. Is it sports? Okay, done.
Oh man.
Is it a... Wait, should we ask if it's a racing game? Because that could have
That
guns in it
is
still,
true.
pretty easily.
Yeah, and it could have guns in a way that he's not sure if it counts. Yeah, should we go with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should ask, is it a racing game or a game... No, should we just ask, is it a game where you drive
Yeah,
vehicles
Then it could. Yeah.
in a race?
There's no racing in it.
Okay, so it's not. There's no racing. So it's not like GTA or.
We're definitely more on track than last episode. Thanks, Dan.
Yay.
Well, I just wanted a way to ask a question that would make it clear if it was like a
Oh, yeah.
Twisted
And I
Metal.
Yeah.
do love my Twisted Metal.
Yeah. So both of those questions we just asked very conveniently did not clarify if it could be Twisted Metal. Because I don't actually... I think it's a Western
Yeah,
dev
that's
who
true.
makes that, and main character uses guns sometimes. I'd say in Twisted Metal sometimes is not the
Okay,
best
what
word.
we could
Um,
always just ask if it's a console exclusive. Because that would rule out
Yeah.
that and
could.
quite a lot of things from GameCube era. Is
Okay,
it a
we should
console
ask that.
exclusive?
No,
Okay, then, so it's a multi-plat then.
not Twisted Metal.
So it's not Twisted Metal. I'm trying to think what else that rules out. It could be Billy Hatcher, you know? Just kidding, he doesn't shoot a gun. Billy Hatcher's a...
And it's not a
And
Western
the
Oh, yeah.
Western
Oh,
dev
wow.
too.
That game
Sega.
anyway.
Key.
I don't think
Okay.
I ever heard of that game until you.
So it could be on
started.
PC. It could be on PC, but I have no knowledge of your
No,
PC.
PC is an annoying little, like... I don't know. Little wormhole.
I've played probably 2
No
games
one
on
knows.
PC, and that was The Sims.
Okay, so it's
and,
not a PC game.
And Roller Coaster
Thanks for the
Tycoon.
free answer. All right.
Right.
I mean, he can pick a game he hasn't played.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's no racing, so I'm thinking... Is it a platformer?
You want to ask that, guys?
Guys, do you want to ask that?
It is
Yeah,
not
sure.
a platformer.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so it's not a platformer. Okay, what Western developers are there that aren't Nintendo? There's EA,
EA and Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. So we could ask...
First two that comes to mind. Bethesda.
Oh yeah, but it could be Fallout. But then I don't know why if he'd be confused about whether or not it's a shooter, whether or not it has a gun if it's Fallout.
Yeah.
Okay, should we ask if it's developed by... Oh, you know what it could be? He could have gone for something like Assassin's Creed, in which case, like, guns are weird in that game, aren't they?
Well, wait,
No,
what? Wait, which Assassin's Creed?
That would be cheating because there's only one Assassin's Creed game that's not a part of the 360 generation.
Oh, yeah,
so
that
it
is
would
true,
have
sorry,
to
I
be
And is
one.
that?
It could
Yeah.
be Unity, and it... Yeah. Yeah.
Well, is
Did they
Unity
did they-
a like Xbox One, PS4, Xbox 360, PS3 game?
No, it's,
'Cause I don't
it's only
remember.
on One and PS4.
No, Unity's only on PS4 and Xbox One. Was it on PC?
Might be
That I
PC.
don't
It
know.
was on PC. It was
yeah,
the most
so
broken
it's
on
not
PC.
consoles. Yeah, but that is
Should we rule out that whole generation by saying is it part of that generation?
That would probably be a good idea.
shouldn't we just ask, did it come out after 2007
Yes, go
at that
for it.
point?
Nick,
We may as
ask the
well.
question.
2006. Did it come out after 2006?
No.
No. Okay, so it's pre.
So it is between 2000 and 2000.
So we've got
Seems
a
to be the
good
sweet spot for
time
these games.
period between 2000 and 2006. So it's probably PS2, GameCube, original Xbox, maybe a late N64, maybe.
You know what it could be? And it'd be
What?
the weirdest thing. It could be Conquer. Wait, no, that was published by Nintendo.
Yeah,
It was.
and
But everything else would have checked out. Western developer, main
Yeah.
character
not a
uses gun.
platform, not console exclusive.
never mind.
So
I'm
it's-
dumb.
I don't know how that works because that could just mean we could interpret that as it's not on PC, but it's on multiple consoles, right? So that doesn't make it super clear. But then again, it's not PC. He said that.
well, he implied that.
Free information. Implied.
It could be something like it could be
Um,
Minecraft, and you shoot a gun in a mod. So
How could it be Minecraft?
Minecraft's multiplayer. Oh, but yeah, it's not that generation, is it? Sorry, I ballsed it up. But it could be
Yeah.
it could be something.
Too
stupid
new.
like that.
When did Minecraft come out?
It was during the 360 generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was after 2006.
The fact that you're asking
it is
us
on
when it came out
360.
means that it's probably not your game.
Yeah.
I do not really care about Minecraft.
Right. So it's pre 2006.
I was so addicted to that game for so long.
Do we want to ask if it's like a
Should
third-person action
we ask if
adventure
it's
type of game?
if it's seen from a first person or third person perspective? Okay, ask
you
if
can't
it's
ask that
is it
question.
one of those?
Is it first person?
Just
yeah.
It could be first person, but he said uses guns sometimes. What games can we think of that would count for PS2, GameCube, Xbox that are like
Don't know.
that are also
Might
first
as well
person?
ask it.
I think we should ask if it's specifically ask if it's third person.
Okay,
rather
is
than
it-
ask if it's first.
Is it third person? Like, is it seen from a third person perspective?
Well, yes.
It's third person.
It's third person.
It's third person, or it could be third person if you can switch perspective.
I'm just gonna assume that it's third person because what games?
Do we
Could you
want
even do
to
that
wait?
in
Hold on.
just
Yeah, it's third person.
It could be something like it could be an Ubisoft game. Still, they had other
Shall-
franchises during those
shall we
years,
ask
like
if it's
Splinter
an-
Cell.
A Ubisoft game.
Yeah, maybe. How many questions are we?
Uh,
at?
This
that
will
was
be our
9.
11th.
I just do we? Yeah, we should ask. If
Was
it's
it
Ubisoft.
published by Ubisoft?
No.
Not to Ubisoft.
Oh darn it!
Okay, so that leaves like EA, Bethesda. Did the company who developed it have a press conference at this year's E3? I've stolen that question from Shay, and I'm not even like ashamed of it.
No, they did not.
So it's not EA, not Bethesda.
Rockstar is the only one that comes to mind.
Oh, it could be. Is it? It was Bully that console generation?
Bully was on the PS2, but then it was ported to the Wii and I think 360 later.
I'd
So
still say
technically,
that's,
it's that generation.
I'd say it came out during that
Why don't
generation.
we just-
And you do sometimes use a gun because you have
Yeah,
like
you
a
ha-
potato
you s-
gun.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a gun. And it's by
I think-
Western, and it's not a platformer. Are there races, though? Because he said that there's
Are
no...
there races in
No,
Bully?
he said that there's no races on a vehicle. Does a bike count? Because I'm pretty sure that game had bike races.
How is a bike not a vehicle?
I've forgotten how we worded
In a
that
video
question.
game, especially where there's like
Just say
no,
about
you're like I'm
bikes.
on wheels and I'm moving fast.
I mean, this could
I think.
keep Bully in mind, because it could be that.
We will keep Bully in mind, but we'll also try to think about more things.
If it's PS2, I'm lost. I'll be honest with you, because I don't know that much about the PS2's library. And I'm thinking it might be PS2.
I know like
Get a little
nothing
bored
about
here,
the
guys.
original Xbox library.
Oh, this is turning into Team Stupid again, isn't it? Oh man, I thought I could help.
We at least have more information than Team Stupid did. We at least know the
Statistically,
general
people
time
who won
frame.
quickly are now the exception.
But
We
hey,
at
we
least know
won.
the general time frame, a couple key things about it, and like that it's not a few companies.
Huh. I'm thinking, are there fighting games that were developed by Western developers?
Mortal Kombat.
And are there guns in Mortal Kombat? He does like Mortal Kombat.
Are there guns in-
I don't
Striker.
recall. Yes, there
Striker.
are. Yes,
Huh.
there are.
Should
could
we
be Mortal
ask
Kombat.
if it's a...
Is Mortal Kombat
We could ask if
considered
there's a
third
single
person,
main
though?
character or if there's multiple characters
Is-
you can play as.
Is Mortal Kombat considered third person?
Yeah. And that would
Yes.
explain
Okay.
why he's confused.
Third person is simply like I would consider having like a puzzle game where it's like Tetris like doesn't apply to any of those, but otherwise it's any
Yeah.
game where the camera's not
Okay,
first person.
then Mortal Kombat counts.
Should we ask if it's a
Um,
fighting game?
No, we should. Well, maybe we could also ask if there's
If it's
multiple
part of a franchise?
characters.
Yeah. If it's part of a franchise, because that could either eliminate Bully or Mortal Kombat.
True. Is it part of a
Bully was
franchise?
a one-off.
Want to ask that?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
It's part of a franchise. I'm thinking Mortal Kombat.
Which Mortal Kombat?
We can get more specific. We can ask the rating. Which Mortal Kombat? We could
How many
ask.
Mortal Kombats were for that generation?
There's several
Yeah, I know.
actually because they released I think 3 in that span of years. I think all 3 of the main games. Maybe this third one came out in 2007.
Yeah, they released.
Because there was Armageddon's the third one, right? And then there's the other 2 that I forget the subtitles
Deadly Alliance
for.
and Deception.
Deadly Alliance.
Deception.
Yeah,
How do we narrow it between those three, though?
the year. If we can determine that it is.
Yeah. Okay.
We could ask the rate. We could ask the rating.
all of those
That
would
wouldn't
probably
help
be
us
mature.
against, like, Bully.
We could just ask if it's a fighting game, just to be sure if it is
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat.
that is a good
Yeah.
idea.
Is it a fighting game?
Just do it.
No, it's not.
Oh, he wanted us to go down that route so bad.
Oh man.
Okay, so it's not a
So-
fight game.
At least we know
developer.
it's not Bully too. So, and it's part of a franchise,
Yeah.
so we can kind of.
It wasn't at E3 this year. although that
No, it
doesn't- I
wasn't
can't
like
remember
from a
anything
company that had a
E3.
press conference. So it's
Yeah, I
not
know, and that
EA,
confuses
Ubisoft,
me.
or Bethesda,
Did
or
Rockstar
any
have
of the Japanese ones.
Did Rockstar have any other one-offs? Oh no, did they
Not
have
in
any
that,
other?
those
Well,
years.
GTA.
They had.
GTA
They
has
did
races.
on the Xbox. They had Rockstar Presents Table Tennis. That's not.
Oh, GTA is racing.
Yeah, GTA has racing, so it's probably not GTA. I mean, it isn't GTA. We can rule that out. Could it be a Lego game?
Ooh.
It. I don't know when they started.
No,
making
there's
those.
Lego games for PS2.
It could be
I'm
Lego
looking
Star
at
Wars.
one right now.
Then I don't.
could be
even
Lego
know.
I'm
Star
looking at
Wars.
my
This
PS2
is so
copy
hard.
of
Although
Lego Star Wars
usually,
2.
usually the Lego games have tacked on racing in it. Like even Lego Lord of the Rings had that. So I'm thinking if it's a Lego Star Wars game, it probably had some form of like pod racing or
I
spaceship racing.
actually don't think it did.
Didn't it? Okay.
I don't think it did. It's been a while since I've played that game all the way through. We could ask
do
if
you
it's a Lego
race?
game.
How do you race in Lord of the Rings? I just want to ask that.
I think there's horse racing bits,
Oh,
and it's
okay.
really weird.
Like there were vehicle sections in it, but I don't think you raced anybody. We could ask if it's a Lego game. We've got a
We could
couple
do-
questions. We've got like
Yeah.
we just did question 14. We can afford to try to look into it.
Yeah, go for it.
Is it a Lego game?
Suggestions.
No.
Okay, so it's not Lego.
Alright. So now we can abandon that train of thought and move
Yeah.
somewhere else.
What other franchises are there that aren't platformers? That sometimes you have a gun.
I don't know. I'm being really unhelpful. You said franchise, and I thought of like restaurants.
Could it be-
So
This
I'm way
should-
off base here.
This should be easy for you guys. I feel like.
Don't.
Don't start with that. Here we go. Once you get this many questions in, it's like, wow, you guys really are dumb, aren't you?
Is this what it felt last round? Is this how this felt?
No,
This
it was worse last round.
is my
It was
default-
worse last round.
This is my
It was
default
way
feeling.
worse last
yeah.
round.
We had this smug British guy making fun of us last time. Okay, between 2000 and 2006, not published by Nintendo. By the way, we should ask, is it on a Nintendo system?
Is it on a Nintendo system?
That would just
Go, who
eliminate
cares?
game.
Oh, okay. Let's
No,
not
not
ask that.
now.
I
Don't
retract.
ask it now. I meant in the future as a
Okay,
replacement
yeah.
question. Not part of the 360 Wii generation. It is a Western dev. They use guns sometimes, I guess, based on their mood. Who knows?
Based on this, like
there's
what
no
they had for
racing.
breakfast.
It's not console exclusive. Not a platformer. It's third person. Not Ubisoft.
Not Ubisoft, EA, or Bethesda. Part of a franchise. Not a fighting game or Lego.
We actually
Yes, we
asked the
did.
Lego question? Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm not even playing anymore.
I mean, it was all we were thinking about, so figured.
Since I didn't hear it, does it count? Can I get an extra question?
No, I can't.
Unfortunately, we burnt that. Oh, I don't know what else we can.
We have 5 questions, so we've got time. It's just a matter of
Okay, it's a third-person game that released at least on PS2 and Xbox if it's multi-platform, and it's not gonna be a shooter. So, what about sports games? Is there anything on here that excludes
Yeah,
those?
sometimes you use a gun.
In
I
sports
don't
games.
think FIFA 2003 has people shooting up the goalie or whatever. Like, for some reason, that just doesn't seem right.
Are you sure? I think there was a special edition, like a GTA
EA
crossover.
cross FIFA.
I run
Yeah,
out of
this
ideas. I'm
I'll
sorry.
say this. This game is kind of like one of a kind. I want.
But
it
it's
would be
part
hard
of a
to compare it.
franchise.
All right, do we just waste another question on a genre?
Can we? What other genres are there? It's not platformer. It's not fighting.
Not a fighting game.
What other multi-platform?
What other
genres do we
multi-platform
remember?
genres involve guns that we can think about?
Is it a third-person shooter?
Do you want to ask that?
Yeah, screw it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
It
so it's a
is.
third-person shooter. What third-person?
Good. So we asked his third person, and we asked his third person.
Yeah, we could have just
It's
could just
like, no,
asked
it's a
that
shooter.
question ages ago. But oh well.
Should we? Should our next question be? Is it a third person shooter rated above E? Should we really?
I
narrow it
don't
down?
actually know what. Could it be times? No, Time Splitters is first person, isn't it? Is it?
Yes. When I played it, it was. Unless it was a mode I didn't know about.
What other third-person shooters are there back then? Stuff like, would Splinter Cell count? Metal?
When did
no,
the
Metal-
original?
That's Ubisoft. That's Ubisoft. So that's why I
Max
asked for
Payne?
Ubisoft.
Which who's that again? Who made that? That's
EA.
EA.
That's Rockstar.
Yeah.
Saints
Oh, Rockstar.
Row?
Or yeah, it is
Saints Row
Rockstar.
2, maybe? But I don't actually know very much about Saints Row 2.
Oh, THQ still existed back
Oh
then.
man,
didn't
what
they?
did THQ even
So
do?
that could.
They did the
SpongeBob.
WWE games. You know that.
SpongeBob.
Those had a lot of guns.
I feel like it probably isn't one of the WWE games, even though I know Kyle does like those. I feel like he's not going to be so unfair and choose one of those.
Oh, those games were a lot of fun. But
All of the third-person shooters I know are Ubisoft games. All the Tom Clancy games. So I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea at this point. I don't like the laughter.
Or those are first.
Not comfortable with you laughing at us, boy.
this is
How
funny.
embarrassing is it gonna be if we got last round but mess up this one?
I don't know. I'll feel fine because we were being made fun of the whole time last time. It was like
Yeah.
rising to the challenge. Now we just have dark laughter in the background, like you cannot succeed.
Could it be
Destined for
worms?
failure.
It is a third-person shooter, so okay, and it can't be made by EA. It can't be
Ubisoft.
made by
What is that?
Or
So
Bethesda.
that leaves us. It's Nintendo went back in time and put.
But it's
Splatoon
not
on
Nintendo
PS2.
either.
Except that it's not Nintendo either.
And they didn't publish it. Someone from Nintendo went rogue and went in a time
Put
machine
Splatoon on PS2 and Xbox, and
under Sega's name.
No,
and was
it couldn't be
published by
Sega.
EA. No, it wasn't EA.
under Rockstar.
Could it be Star Wars Battlefront 2? Yeah, that's
Isn't that
EA.
EA.
Sorry.
So no.
No, isn't that LucasArts? But EA recently got.
Oh
the
yeah, it
rights
was
to
LucasArts back then.
Oh crap! Oh, I hate you, EA. You're ruining the past. I'm forgetting.
Okay, so it could potentially.
Should we just ask?
Yes,
Is it a Star
is it
Wars?
a Star Wars game?
Yes.
Is it Star Wars Battlefront 2?
No, it could be Star Wars Battlefront 1. Don't.
Oh, okay. So then, what year did those come out in?
Hold on.
We have one other
Hold on.
question.
I'm
Does
thinking.
it have a number in the title?
I was playing the first Battlefront and not the second when I was senior in high school, which would have been 2004, 2005.
Well, we could
So,
just ask if there was a number.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we use our last question to guess.
Yeah. I feel like that's our best shot at this point.
I think that's all we can do. Because we know
Wait,
it's
no,
Star Wars.
hold on. What other Star Wars games that had multiplayer were on the system that are third-person shooters? Because what about that? There's another one. I know
It
there's
can't be
another one
Lego
that's not
Star
Battlefront
Wars.
that counts.
See, we were so close with Lego Star Wars.
We were close with Lego Star Wars. If we had asked if it was Star Wars instead of Lego,
Oh man.
then we
we're
actually
idiots.
probably would have guessed Lego Star Wars and then been wrong.
Yeah, and then we would have been wrong. So GG.
We should just ask, is there a number
Okay,
in the title?
the only other game that I can think of is not. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say it because it's so stupid. So I think
Okay.
it's probably one
Should
of the
we ask if it
Battlefronts.
has a number? Just to
Yep.
make sure which. Does it have a number in the title?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Is it Star Wars Battlefront 2? No.
Wait.
Okay, wait.
Wait.
Have you got?
Wait. I'm just thinking if there's any other games that have a number in the title.
He said it sold well, and that we'd feel like idiots for not guessing it. So I feel like it's
Oh,
probably
okay.
the
I forgot that
obvious
part.
one.
Yeah.
Is it
it's-
Star Wars
that's it.
Battlefront 2?
Yeah, go for it.
Yes, it is.
Oh
Yeah!
I feel
Bringing
like
it home
Get
on
away with,
20th
the
question both
Sunlight.
times.
double 20th question. Oh man. So
Yeah.
Star Wars
Oh, once you
Battlefront
guys
2.
were talking about Lego Star Wars, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe they're gonna like pass on this. Like,
I was gonna guess Battlefront so much earlier, and I was like, "Oh no, EA has that now." I
Oh,
don't wanna
man.
think about them.
they didn't at the time.
They didn't at the
It-
time. That moment where you were saying that it was
Guys,
EA, and
true.
I was like, nope. Ah, well played, Kyle. Well played. That was.
Nice
Yeah.
one.
I feel like an idiot because that is quite an obvious one that we probably should have got. But
Yeah.
oh well, you know. I guess we trickied it. Do you wanna do us an outro then,
It's
Kyle?
tricky. Sure. Okay, so my name is Kyle. This has been 20 Questions. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you in the next episode.
Bye.
We're sorry these recent ones have been so long.
Once again, I'm not. They are.
I hate you, Nick. Bye.
See you in the next
Okay,
one.
bye.
Bye.